Hi, Chris. I'm Ezelle from the upcoming. It's lovely to speak to you today. So how does it feel to be here celebrating 15 years of Coraline with Leica? And what do you think and hope that fans will find so unique and amazing about this film?
I'm very excited to be here. I was pretty early in my career when I got the chance to work on Coraline, and it was really the opportunity to work on something truly different. There's a lot of animated movies that get made. It's hard to stand out from the crowd, and Coraline does. It is unique in so many ways. I've always been a fan of the creepier, scarier kind of stories. I'm a big horror movie fan, and I remember just reading that script and thinking, oh, wow, okay, this really goes somewhere different. So it was exciting to get the opportunity to work on something that was unique, and I think that's why it stood the test of time. That's why people still watch it. That's why people still talk about it, because it does have a very unique, it has its own identity. And I think that's why people should go and see it again now. Having a re-release in 3D as well, it was one of the first movies to really fully embrace stereo. It was built that way. So even some of the sets are built in forced perspective, so that when Coraline goes to the other world, suddenly the world opens up and you feel it. It's really an immersive experience. So I'm looking forward to seeing that again, and I that's why people should go and see it.
And obviously you've made Paranorman, and you're clearly a little fan of the kind of horror animation versions of things. How do you feel like stop motion has enabled that to kind of, I guess it reaches a children's kind of audience, but then with this adult level, but the animation sort of gives it a little sort of license to be for children as well. But what is it about that kind of genre that appeals to you?
I think there's something about stop motion that it's a little bit creepy, no doubt, but there's also a magic to it. And I think what it goes back to is when we're kids and we're playing with toys and we imagine them coming to life, that's stop motion. Those are basically toys coming to life. And I think when you see a stop motion movie on screen, you feel like you can reach in and touch it. It's tactile, it is real and standing in front of you. So I think there's something a little bit, it's like sorcery. You're bringing an inanimate object to life. And I think that's why it's always lended itself to slightly creepier stories, but also why, it's what makes it so compelling.
How long does each, because I think this is about this, I think we're on about the 6th production from Leica with stop motion, aren't we? Something like that. So how long does each kind of thing take to kind of make each project, really? I mean, it must be years to get the stop motion to kind of into play. How is the process of that?
It is a long time. I mean, no animated movie is a quick process. All animated movies, whether it's 2D, CG, they take years. Stop motion, I would say most projects take about 5 years to make, from beginning to end, about. Because you've got your development, and then you've got your year of pre-production when you're designing the world, because everything has to be designed. Everything, nothing comes off the peg. You can't go out and, source a knife and fork for a dinner table. Someone has to build them. So that takes a long time. A year of pre-production, a year and a half of shooting, 6 months of post. It adds up to about 5 years. So it is an undertaking. You have to love what you do. You have to be really passionate about it.
I heard little rumours, but what are you working on next?
I'm working on all kinds of things. I'm not going to talk about that because I'm not...
Everyone's obviously here, very excited to see Coraline in 3D. It's a very exciting afternoon for everybody, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for speaking to me.
Thank you so much. Pleasure.